Hello, my friends. Today is not a good day for this old bald-headed redneck. On a pain scale of 1 to 10, 10 being go to the emergency room, my pain level is 435. And I don't go to emergency rooms unless I'm unconscious and somebody else calls the ambulance. I have been trying all morning to spend my time with the Holy Spirit like I do every morning, and it ain't working, y'all. I've read from God's holy word, and I cannot tell you what I read, because it went in one ear and out the other, or I guess in one eye and out the other. I usually do 2 or 3 short videos every morning, and then your daily Bible readings in the evening. I haven't done anything today. I've been trying. I got so much pain, y'all, that my brain is totally shut off. I wish my pain would shut off and my brain would wake up. I put a new lidocaine patch on my shingles this morning. It was, again, bam, 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 like electricity, high voltage electricity, zapping my back over and over and over. It's like punishment to me. And it just laughed at that lidocaine patch. It did no good whatsoever this time. They have been helping. They don't last long, but they have been helping a little bit. Not today. I've got errands I need to run that I've got to run, and I've been putting them off 2 or 3 days, trying to get a friend to go with me. I don't have many friends here, y'all. I got some friends, just not a lot. And you know, I spend a lot of my time helping other people, and I spend a lot of my money helping other people all the time, every month. I need help today. Easy, simple help, not any physical work at all. And nobody wants to help me. It is hard for me to ask for help. I've got to really, truly need help before I'll ask. And I really, truly need help today, and I've asked 3 people. None of them can help me. None of them wants to help me. So I've got to do it, so that means I got to do it by myself. I don't feel like walking from one room to the other. But I've got to get out. I've got to go to the big town south of here, which is a 40-minute drive one way, 40-minute drive back, and do what I got to do all by myself. And I don't feel like doing it. It took me all morning to get dressed. I hurt, y'all. I ain't lying. If I didn't have to drive, I'd be taking a morphine tablet. But when I take one of those, I pretty much sleep for 24 hours. and it is cold here, and y'all know I hate the cold. I don't know what the temperature is now. It's 18 degrees when I woke up, and the wind chill was -4 or something like that. And this house, I love this house. I like this house a lot. For me, for a single man, it is perfect. It's a tiny house, smallest house I ever owned, but I love it. I did good. Actually, God did good picking it out for me. God found this house for me and picked it out for me, and it's cheap enough I could pay cash for it. So it's God's house. He lets me stay here, and I appreciate it. I love the house, but the house was built in 1910. It was fully refurbished just before I bought it. It's got all new plumbing, all new wiring, all new flooring, all new paint, all new brand new roof. It's like a new house, except when they was doing the refurbishing, they didn't caulk around the windows or around the doors, and it's got air leaks all over the place. And the wind blows hard here all the time. My little town sits on top of a mountain. It's like they scraped the top of the mountain off flat and built a town on it. And the wind blows hard here pretty much all the time. And with all the cracks and crevices in this house, it blows right in. I was at Nicole's store yesterday, and the floor of her store was covered with dust. And I know she cleans it, she mops it, and takes care of it almost every day. And she was fussing about the dust, and I said, "You should see my house. There's dust everywhere. There's dust on top of everything. And I don't clean it every day." It is a mess. That dust blows in here like the doors are open, like the windows are open, and that they're closed all the time. And the cold air blows in here like crazy. It is cold here, y'all. I got the thermostat set on 74, and I don't think it ever turns off. It just keeps running and running and running and running. And it's warm enough where all I need is this heavy wool shirt. I'm still chilly, but I'm not unmiserable. I'm not miserable cold. It's not unbearable. That's what I was trying to say. But everything else is unbearable. This is a horrible day for me. I always have good days. I'm always happy and cheerful and helping people. And today I need help and I can't get it. And that just ticks me off. But that's all right. I'll remember them. And, some of that candy I've been making the last 2 or 3 days is for one of those people. And the salsa I made a while back, last week or week before last, that person got some of it too. And, well, I won't keep going, but I spent a whole lot of money on that person, something that they needed 2 or 3 weeks ago. Something that they needed that they couldn't afford, I bought for them, and it was a lot of money. But anyway, if they don't have time to help me, that's fine. I've been looking at the Bible, trying to get the Holy Spirit to wake up and come be with me. And it just hadn't worked. And I know it's not the Holy Spirit, it's me. I got a grumpy attitude because of the way everything has gone today. And I, when I first got up, I started reaching out for help because I knew I kept putting off what I've got to do and putting it off and putting it off because I don't like leaving my home. I, I'm happy here. When I was in and out of the hospital so much earlier in the year in the spring and summer, and the ambulance rides to the hospital, everybody, the ambulance attendants, the people in the emergency room, the nurses on the floor wherever I was admitted to, everywhere I went, they say, "Do you feel safe at home?" And the answer is always, "Yeah, I feel safe at home." Well, I don't feel safe at home anymore, y'all. But nobody's asking me now. Oh, goodness. Getting old is not for wimps, I guarantee you. And I've always been rough and tough, and everything wrong with me is kicking my butt. And it's kicking it hard, and it's kicking other parts of my body too. I, I have pain all the time, and I tolerate it. I don't like it, but there's nothing I can do about it. I've got a new doctor that's going to try something. I got back surgery on December 30th, and I'm looking forward to it. And that's one of 60, she says. I don't know if I'll do 60 or not, but she said she can help me. And she's starting on December 30th here at the little hospital in my town. She doesn't live here. She lives and works somewhere else. I think she said she's got a 1.5 hour drive to get here. She comes here twice a week to my little town, to my little hospital, and she's going to do the back surgery at my little hospital. And I've talked to a lot of back specialists, doctors, neurosurgeons, and so forth, spinal specialists, and she's my favorite. She's the only one that I really liked. The rest of them I didn't get a good feeling for. She's very intelligent, and she spent over an hour with me, with us looking at her computer. And her computer had the MRI of my spine, the thoracic, cervical, and lumbar spine, the whole thing. And she would point out all the problems up and down my spine. And she would tell me what she would do to fix this problem and what she'd do to fix that problem and so forth on every problem there was. And no doctor ever did that before. Oh, I think they all told me there was nothing they could do to help me. And she told me she could help me with all of them. And she told me how she would help me with each one individually. She was in no hurry at all. I don't know how long her little office visit lasted, but it was probably close to 2 hours. And usually they got you in and out in 5 or 10 minutes. I really appreciate her, and I'm looking forward to getting some help. My shingles has spread all the way across my back now. I don't know anything about shingles. It was just a small patch by my left shoulder blade. And now it's all the way across both shoulder blades and everything in between, and it hurts. I ain't lying, y'all, it hurts. I never, I've heard about shingles a lot. I just never had them. And I don't know what causes them. Why did I get them in the first place? I hadn't been rubbing my back on anybody that had them or anything. So I don't know how I got them or where they came from. How did they get on my back? My back is always covered. I don't know anything about them. I've Googled shingles and read about them, but it didn't tell me anything. I just know they hurt. Man, they hurt. And my back always hurts. When I was in Texas, I had pain management. I went to a doctor that's all he did was pain management. And I've got a pain pump implanted in my abdomen with the catheter that goes up into my spine, into the spinal canal. And when I was back in Texas, it was pumping morphine up into my spinal canal 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, nonstop. And I had pain, but it was tolerable pain. And I worked out on my little farm there, and I got everything done that had to be done. Now I can't do diddly. The pain is so bad. That pain pump's been shut off for 3 years, ever since I moved up here. And I gardened the first 2 years I was here. I can't do anything now. Right now, I have never had pain like this, y'all. But I've rambled too much. Let me read to you what the Holy Spirit finally gave to me after I stopped my pity party. Had a piece of mail stuck in my Bible, and I was looking at what it is. It's a Bach. Oh, you can't see it. BACH. It's a organization back in the county that I came from in Texas. Stands for Brazoria County Association for Children with Handicaps. It's a good organization, and I used to support them financially. And they had an annual fundraiser banquet dinner, and I'd always help out with it, or I helped out with it a lot of times. It's a good organization, and I'm sure I hadn't opened it yet, but I'm sure they want me to send them some money, and I'm sure I will. It's a good group. I've been to their office several times and seen some of the kids they help, and they do great things for those kids. But anyway, I'm going to share with you Psalm number 35. No shorts today, just this Psalm 35, and as soon as I finish it, I'm headed to get all my errands run. And I'd rather have every one of my teeth pulled than well, not really, because I like my teeth, because I like to eat, and I need my teeth to eat. Speaking of eating, I haven't eaten all day. I'll probably eat out somewhere when I'm in town. They got some good places over there. We don't hear. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 restaurants here. I like the Cardinal Cafe. It's pretty good. I go there and eat 4 or 5 times a week. Except I never know when they're going to be open and closed. They just, when they decide to open, they go there and open, and when they decide to close, they close. And I don't know how many times I've driven over there and they were closed. But that's that. Psalm 35. Plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me. Fight against them that fight against me. Take hold of shield and buckler, and stand up for my help. Draw out also the spear, and stop the way against them that persecute me. Say unto my soul, I am thy salvation. Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. This is a pretty good psalm for me today, y'all. I'm glad the Holy Spirit gave me this one. I didn't read it. I just opened the Bible and there it was. Let them be as chaff before the wind, and let the angel of the Lord chase them. Let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel of the Lord persecute them. For without cause have they hid for me their net in a pit, which without cause they have digged for my soul. Let destruction come upon him at unawares, and let his net that he hath hid catch himself into that very destruction. Let him fall. And my soul shall be joyful in the Lord. It shall rejoice in his salvation. All my bones shall say, Lord, who is like unto thee, which deliverest the poor from him that is too strong for him, yea, the poor and the needy from him that spoileth him. False witnesses did rise up. They laid to my charge things that I knew not. But they rewarded me evil for good, to see the spoiling of my soul. But as for me, when they were sick, my clothing was sackcloth. I humbled my soul with fasting, and my prayer returned into mine own bosom. I behaved myself as though he had been my friend or brother. I bowed down heavily as one that mourneth for his mother. But in mine adversity they rejoiced and gathered themselves together. Yea, the abjects gathered themselves together against me, and I knew it not. They did tear me and ceased not. With hypocritical mockers and feast, they gnashed upon me with their teeth. Lord, how long wilt thou look on? Rescue my soul from their destructions, my darling, from the lions. I will give thee thanks in the great congregation. I will praise thee among much people. Let not them that are mine enemies wrongfully rejoice over me, neither let them wink with the eye that hate me without a cause. For they speak not peace, but they devise deceitful matters against them that are quiet in the land. Yea, they opened their mouth wide against me, and said, Aha, aha, our eye hath seen it. This thou hast seen, O Lord. Keep not silence, O Lord, be not far from me. Stir up thyself and awake to my judgment, even unto my cause, my God and my Lord. Judge me, O Lord my God, according to thy righteousness, and let them not rejoice over me. Let them not say in their hearts, Ah, so would we have it. Let them not say, We have swallowed him up. Let them be ashamed and brought to confusion together that rejoice at mine hurt. Let them be clothed with shame and dishonor that magnify themselves against me. Let them shout for joy and be glad that favor my righteous cause. Yea, let them say continually, Let the Lord be magnified, which hath pleasure in the prosperity of his servant. And my tongue shall speak of thy righteousness and of thy praise all day long. That is a good psalm, y'all, and I didn't read it before I read it. me and you read it at the same time. It sure is fitting for my day today, but I would not pray that prayer against the people that have turned against me. I would, and I have prayed for them, but I would not pray that prayer against them. I don't wish any evil on them. They're people I love, two men and one woman, and I've helped them a lot, financially and giving them food and stuff, and just really helped them a lot. But I get no help, so I'm gonna go myself, all by myself, and get her done. That's the way bald-headed rednecks do, and most of them does it without all the whining I've been doing. And me whining is not typical. I got so much pain, y'all. I ain't lying. I start to say on days like this, days plural, but I don't think I've ever had a day like this before. I'm sure I have. I just don't remember it. Man. It would feel good if I could lay face down on my stomach on the floor and somebody just run back and forth across my back for about an hour. I'm done, y'all. I'm done. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I haven't read any comments in the last 18 or so hours, but y'all leave them. I'll read them. I like y'all's comments. 99.9% of them, anyway. Every now and then. And I used to delete the ugly ones. I didn't want y'all to see them, but I'll leave them now. I don't care who sees them. I don't get a lot of ugly ones, but I get some ugly ones. Satan's always got his little demons everywhere to attack people that love the Lord and boldly share the Lord. And that's all right. My Lord's a whole lot tougher than his little demons. They toughen me more and make me stronger. But they're kicking my back today. I love y'all. God bless you, sweet friends.